Hey, everybody, we're here. It's Lorcanarama, episode 50. Whee!
Yay!
We did it!
We made it. By the way, what everybody think of our AI-generated slop or logo for today's
AI
episode?
slop garbage.
AI slop garbage logo. So,
Ooh.
Big
No, it's
5-0.
beautiful.
That's right, we're here. Now, speaking of my AI-generated slop logo, I will shamelessly say it was because I cannot draw. So if any of you out there have that ability and would like to make us a brand new logo for free, because we don't make money on this show, you know, I am all for it. I'd like to keep the fist bump, though. That's all I want. I want my fist bump. So
That's my favorite part of it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
The Mickey fist bump.
Yep. I love it. Hey, everybody in chat, thank you for joining us. Thanks for being here for the Big 5-0.
Big 5-0.
Yeah, the Big 5-0, right? So, you know, I hit that a few years ago in my own life, but so
I'm closer than I would like to be.
yeah, okay.
No, you're not.
Hey, how old are you, youngin?
The Jakeaholics are here. Woo!
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
The
All right.
Jakeaholics are always
What's up,
here.
So, yeah, tonight we just want to celebrate, right? Look back, you know, talk about the podcast a little bit, look forward this week, right? We got the biggest event so far of the year, which would be the North American Championship for Lorcana. You know, what deck will win? I don't know. I'm not playing, so I can't tell you. If I were playing, it'd be the deck I'm playing. So.
Oh, of course. You probably have some
Very
intel,
specific.
though, on some really good decks that we don't even know about. The surprise
That's
decks
right.
that
I have a deck. I haven't even pulled it out on my locals yet. So we'll see.
I mean,
I might actually go to locals tomorrow for the first time since like 6. No, I'm just kidding. It hasn't been that long. But I think it's been since before Indy that I've actually been to locals. So.
Well, it's nice to get the reps in paper, actually. We were talking about the difference between playing online and playing in paper. It's much different, and it helps to get that because you don't have to do your own triggers, and you have to know what else is going on. So
there are like well, you know specifically, but there are a couple cards in particular that I have had such bad luck, such bad interactions playing them in paper because I'm used to the auto trigger.
Yeah, and you don't realize it, and then you end up doing something wrong.
Yeah, the one event we went to in Jenkintown, Nala, the like O2 quest for 2, but if it has no damage, it gains another one, whatever it is. I kept forgetting that it gained the 3rd lore. I had to call a judge on myself a couple times, and finally I was like, that's my own bad. Like, if you're
That's
not
like
remembering what your
card.
cards do,
How do you
take the L, girl. Take the L.
That's like the thing that card does. That's why you put it in the deck. How do you forget that? That's like
Nah, it's good because it has resist.
Because I was only playing it online. And it was I didn't have to choose to add the one lore. It was just giving it to me.
And here you're sitting here wondering, how do I keep getting extra lore every turn? I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Like, why do I feel so behind?
Yeah, something that we're not going to be remembering is dogs.
Yeah,
even though there is almost like a new version of it.
Checks, you have been here in about a month or so, and a lot of things have happened, right? Dogs is no longer relevant for us. So I know you're holding on to the past, man. I guess this is the episode for that, right? We're kind of looking back in the past, right? So Checks, I'm sorry. You can celebrate dogs on this show today, and then after that, we're done with it. So, yeah, my man loves his dog's deck. That's just, So
I had such a love-hate relationship with that deck.
Now.
Dogs does not get a nostalgia.
It's too fresh in my mind.
Thanks, Rue. Yeah, boo. Yeah. So, so this weekend, as you all know, is the North American Championship for Lorcana. I will be there. I get to judge, be working the side events, which is one of my favorite things to do. I get to interact with more people and people who are less stressed than the folks playing in the main event. I can do the main event and I don't mind it, but my favorite thing to do is to work side events. And so fortunate I get to do that again this time. And so if you happen to be there and you stop by and say hi, might have a little gift for somebody come see me. So but so of course there's a lot on the line for this one. And this is really
last chance.
Yeah, it's a last chance qualifier, right? Last chance qualifier for the main event. And then the main event, of course, is the qualifier for Worlds. So if they not won a DLC already, which there's not many, so that's everybody except for maybe 8 to 10 people. I don't know how many have won. By the way, has DKP won anything yet this season?
No, I don't think so.
No.
So our world champ does not have it.
Wait.
So
didn't he? I thought he won one of the smaller ones,
like a CCQ
in Asia
or something like that. Oh, potentially.
I don't recall ever seeing him have won anything. I've seen him post photos of him, but
yeah, like top 8 maybe or something like that, or within like the running of certain.
I'll ask him when I see him this weekend. So
he'll definitely be there, right?
Yeah, he'll be there. I mean, if he hasn't won anything, hey, North American though,
maybe
man, there's
chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's so much on the line there, right? The prizes and stuff, you definitely want that one, right? So
oh my gosh, I thought that Chex said, I misread Chex's message and thought that they said something about banning Zan. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're coming like with pitchforks
coming
today.
hot.
Oh my gosh.
And as I was about to say that, like, wow, all the unpopular opinions or something like that, I reread it and I was like, learn to read, Sabrina. Learn to read.
So I know Ed won one overseas. I know Zan's won a couple.
we're getting rated.
Whoa, we're getting rated. How the heck?
Thank you, Lunchbox_TCG.
Man, we got rated. That's like the third time we got rated on our 50th. How about that?
Woohoo!
That has to be good luck now.
So yeah, so man, thanks guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do it. And we don't get anything for it. Just every now and then I look and say, oh, we got this many followers. That's cool. It gives me motivation to keep on going. So yeah. So this weekend, what's going to win?
Oh.
What's going to win?
A deck.
Something. You think something with
By
Amber
the way,
Edit's
after this stream, I'm replacing Sabrina because she can't give me an answer. Come on, Sabrina. What's going to win?
I'm going to go back to when you asked me to join the podcast.
And
I was asked for very little in that initial message. And suddenly I'm being kicked off, even though I'm fulfilling my end of the bargain.
I asked for little, I got little. So
be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, I'm really not thinking it's Buzz's arm. If anyone plays Buzz's arm,
honestly,
I mean, you're playing it, but it's really good against a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie, but
I just hear about that card a lot. I don't even know what it does. I'm so out of the loop right now.
I was at a tournament recently, and there were 2 people playing that deck, and I had no idea that people were even going to be playing that. And now
was one
suddenly
of them
people
Sam?
are. No, it was there was a Max, and there
a
was a
Max.
CJ playing it too.
Yeah, I think
so. It wasn't Mrs. Sam; it was Mr. Sam.
So let's talk about that deck real quick. Let's talk about it. You haven't seen it, Sabrina. Jake, you played against it. I've played against it several times, right? So how do you beat it? Did anybody know?
And you just play not fast, but you play an aggro deck. I think certain aggro decks definitely end up beating it. Or if you're playing steel, it seems like if you play any sort of item hate, I'll find them, I'll flatten them. People are playing that new Aladdin with the or Ward,
What does the card do?
It's not just Buzz's arm, right? It's just that they're basically. I was going to mention another game. It's kind of like a time walk deck in a way, right? Your opponent's just going to negate everything you do. At a certain point, they're just going to start negating everything you have.
So either it's control.
Destroying your creature. Yeah, right. Now, in the meantime, it's it'll gain lore through some locations that you can't get to, or using the ink caster, right?
So is it like reminiscent of like an old Baja style play?
No,
Based
it's all
on
items.
What Triple B is saying?
Yeah, there's
all
no
items,
characters.
no characters in it. So the card that really makes it go to me is the card that lets you reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a non-character card, you put it in your hand. Because they drop that item down and just draw so many. Just keep drawing. Just keep
If they
filling the
have
hand up.
2
Just
or
keep
3 of
dropping them. Right.
Yeah.
You know. So if you can binge that Joker away and play Ward, you got it. So.
The Retro Evolution Device deck have been playing the.
It's reminiscent to getting throat punched repeatedly. I'll pass on that experience. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
is. It is. You thought the blue, the Sapphire Ruby items deck of yesteryear was bad. This one is just like it's solitaire, man. It is pure solitaire. They're just I got a card to kill your creature.
Kill it. Quit Lorcana.
You'd quit if you played against it, probably.
Yeah, you probably would.
Thanks, guys. I see there's a lot of faith in me.
Well, I want to quit. I want to quit when I play against it.
Next season, DLC Vegas, Kelsey, we can recreate, the last time you saw me prior to this season.
No.
My Vegas meltdown.
No need for that.
Yeah.
But
no, I kid. I won't do it again.
The card that Kelsey was mentioning also it reveals I'm not 100% sure what it is, a non-character card or a character named Kevin. So some of them have been using Kevin as well too, just to be able to draw it as well too. And then
see, I like that just for the memes because I like Kevin as a card.
100%. That's why Max was playing it as well too, because you're playing Kevin in the deck too.
Max
and then you
playing
don't also
something
miss
for the
draw
memes. Shocking.
He was doing really well on it.
Well,
poor Max getting roasted on. He's not here to defend himself.
No, I mean, I think it's a really legit deck if you're able to pilot it really well.
Kevin's a girl.
I want to rerun our set champs match. You want to? Yeah. Be careful what you ask for. So, I don't want to play against dogs though. I'm done. So.
No, I don't think anyone wants to play it.
Is that the deck that you guys hate them? All right, we're having a reminiscing episode, right?
Oh gosh.
Is dogs the deck that sticks out as the ultimate evil to you?
To me?
So
yeah.
Is it worse than Diablo?
No.
No.
No, Diablo made you.
No, it is. To me, it is. Yes.
Wait, Prince John Diablo? Not Prince John. Sorry. Bucky. When Bucky was really Bucky.
Bucky. Sorry, not Diablo. Yeah. And that was kind of the same deck.
I liked Bucky.
Yeah, but without Bucky,
I was playing Bucky before Bucky was Bucky. So I liked Bucky. I
think the thing that made Bucky not fun was the ward. He was not interactable.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not fun to play against. Don't get me wrong. So,
interactable?
What's that?
Yeah, interactable.
I'm stuck on interactable.
Say that word again.
It was not able to be interacted with.
Dumb and unfair. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I think Rue's got it right. It's to me, dogs symbolized all the things that could be wrong with a TCG from a company and support perspective, right? It was they could have, it got really, really powerful, and yet they wouldn't do anything about it, And
so I'm deviating from. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm deviating from my own question, but I think that what you just said about dogs, how they kind of let it get out of control, I feel was almost an opposite reaction to how they handled the Bucky Diablo situation. Because in my eyes, and I felt that way since it happened, was if they designed all of those sets at once, that interaction should have been seen before Diablo was ever printed. And if that was the case, then Bucky should have never been printed in the form that it was printed. And then we took this very drastic, in my opinion, we took Bucky from godlike to absolute unplayable garbage.
Yeah.
So then when
the fact that they had to try to errata the card, that was just a tough move for them.
I think a ban would have been better, honestly. The way that they dealt with errataing it, I understand they didn't want to do bans, which is fine.
Yeah, no, as drastic as that is, in that instance, yeah.
Well, they were in an odd spot with banning that card because they were in the process of releasing those sets overseas, And so
Mhm.
now when they open their packs, they got a card in there that's a worthless card if it's banned.
I mean, it's
So
worthless with what it does anyway.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't even
Folks
like
just
they
don't
made
know.
it. And then now, all right. So now in the chat we're talking about Hiram, which brings me to the deck that I hated the most, which was blue red items. That deck can go die in a fire.
It wasn't even the blue-red items that made it go over the edge, though. It was the blue steel items with the bell and the Fortisphere that really made it
Oh
go
my
over the
god, I
edge.
forgot about that.
Because that was after that set that came out. But we're like, all right, Hiram needs to be banned immediately. Because in a
Yeah.
world where you get a little bit of card draw off just your popsicles, maybe like a couple other red items, but I don't know.
I felt like those first couple sets they just had this thing where they were like, blue items has to be playable. We have to do everything we can to make blue items playable. And then it was like now and then we got it and it was very playable and then all of a sudden we were like, "Oh, we did too much."
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like a little bit of I mean, it's hard. I think what is, we did the reflection, so like looking ahead, I just hope they deal with these situations differently moving forward. And
Yeah,
it seems like they have adapted a little bit.
the first rotation that we had, like everything that was just ironing everything out. I feel like we needed that so badly. They were just really trying to figure everything out with, and I feel like the step they took along the way sucked, but it kind of was needed, and we learned from it, and we know not what not to do now, and what directions we can take to just like kind of stay happy, make everyone happy.
Yeah. I mean, what's that saying? It's not about the destination, it's about like the lessons you learn along the
There
way.
you go. Right? Exactly. We'll get there
What's
eventually.
what's funny is it takes usually just one event and a deck will win it, and then folks will start screaming to ban something.
Yes.
It's so I feel like Eleanor is about to get yelled at about pretty soon. I don't think it should be banned, but I think I think that'll be the natural reaction of most folks after this weekend.
You get a lot of value from it, but it was really nice to see that in your princess aggro, and you get that, and that's like your top end, and you're like, oh no, you see that, you're like, all right, that's an auto, get rid of. We need to worry about that. But then some of these like Emerald Steel and some of these more like mid-range decks started to run that as well, and you're like, okay, well now you just get so much value, and then you're also keeping so much as well too. So that's where people are like, oh, now it's starting to get more broken, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got the Kevin deck with the items in it, right? What else? What else we looking at this weekend? So I just mentioned one. There's the Amber Emerald aggro deck. Go wide really fast.
That whole Amber Emerald combo has so many different ways you can go about it as well too, though, because it is
I'm not. There's the song, right? The Circle of Life deck, not that one. So we're just talking about
Princess specific one, the one that runs the Pocahontas and stuff like that too.
Yeah, Mike, Mickey, whatever. Pick your poison, right?
Yeah. Dale.
I think the most slept on card in this set is the Mickey Explorer card. So
the one that
whenever if he's exerted and you quest, you give a character -2.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh really yeah. Good.
Yep. So
that deck I just think that deck in general can go underneath some of those decks, but that was the initial deck people were trying to tech against, I think, at first, and then once it became like more of a mid-range stuff, then people kind of got a little bit more greedy with their like Amber Amethyst decks, and I feel like aggro might have a little bit of a chance to kind of stay in there if people don't really specifically tech against that, because then their mirrors are really bad.
I feel like it's really hard to truly push aggro out of a format.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's ever going to go anywhere, but yeah, it needs its place, because otherwise people are going to get so greedy.
Yeah, aggro keeps you from going heavy on the other end and making life miserable. Right.
Don't worry, I'll always be there playing that aggro deck.
If everybody's playing top end control, the game's not fun.
I guess checks is with the dogs, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. See, thank you, Triple. I appreciate that for backing me up. So
yeah,
it's
maybe that's why I like aggro so much. because I hate control
Mhm.
decks. I hate control decks. I love being in control.
Yeah, well,
Just throwing that out there.
some of the I don't know, aggro feels like it might be a little bit less thought heavy intensive. Obviously, you need to
I
know
don't
when to
Ooh,
do
think
ooh,
that's
specific
Jake
true.
said it.
I think that is such a bad stereotype about
Well,
aggro decks.
no, well, that's what I'm saying. I think why I play that deck. I'm not even saying it, but I think that you need to know specific times and when to quest. So you can't just quest every turn. There's very specific key turns when to
Yes,
do
what
it.
Clone
But
said. Aggro is
Yeah,
super hard to play. Every decision is critical.
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
The problem, so I guess what I will say about aggro is like the
That's yeah.
average person can pick up an aggro deck and they're gonna win some amount of games because the deck says play cards as fast as you can.
Mhm.
I I did that with my
Whereas,
daughter. Like with her deck, I just give her all characters that quest for 2 lore because all she's gonna do is turn them sideways.
I feel
And
yeah,
so,
exactly. Mhm.
ugh, Rue, we have beef after that statement.
Whoa, that's crazy, Rue. But Triple B did say that as well too, where he said it's less thought heavy, and it might not be as much like easier to play, or you're stupid if you play it, but it's just there's less specific key decisions to interact with the other board because 99% of the time is well, this
so
princess one. Maybe with dogs you were just playing in the
I will
solitaire.
I will say this about aggro. Aggro is the hardest deck to mulligan in, to alter your hand in,
Yes.
because
Mhm.
everything looks like it's playable to start off with,
Well,
right? Right?
But one
You
bad card in your opener
everything you
ruins
got your
you.
1 drops and your 2 drops, right? And so in most decks you go, do I got a 1 drop, I got a 2 drop, and then where do I go after that, right? When you do your altar. But for aggro, everything is game, right?
mhm.
For the most part. And I think it is one of the hardest decks to alter your hand on. Especially knowing like
I
what do I
think
keep against what matchup or what so
True. With this
something
princess
that
deck
I
though, it's nice to be able to get like the Willow into Pocahontas and from the Aurora, getting those key pieces. It does feel nice though.
honestly I think that mulligans are an underrated skill set in general.
I think is the most valuable skill you can have in this game. I lose more games on my mulligan choices than I do on my play choices.
Oh, don't remind me. Don't remind me.
Yes.
Oh
So a
no, I'm
sim
having flashbacks to
oh
Indy, Jake.
gosh.
I'm having flashbacks to Indy.
No. Well, similarly to
I
mulliganing,
knocked
you're
myself
losing those
out.
cards. But it's the same thing with inking as well too. I feel like if you're inking a card, that is really crucial to be able to like lose a card out of your
Yeah.
hand. It yeah,
Yep.
and knowing how many you have in your deck still, and yeah, very important.
I th- I think the difference with inking is that sometimes I'm trying to think of how to say this
I feel like
in
sometimes you don't have a
the correct
choice
way.
because like this okay, this is
Yeah,
the only inkable in my hand. I mean, I have to
like
ink it even if it's a
s-
good card.
sometimes it is the suboptimal play for the game, but it's the optimal play given that it's the only card I have in my hand that I
Okay,
can
so
ink.
yeah, do you want to get rid of your good card? Do you want to play on curve at that point
Like
or
right,
something like
like
that? Or
do I
yeah.
want to be stuck on 2 for an extra turn?
No, so you
And
have to
but like sometimes that's okay. Like look at your hand. But if you're
Mhm.
sitting with a bunch of 3 drops, then you
mhm,
have to figure out how to way to get them out.
true.
I like
I
triple
agree
mix.
with that 100% triple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, if you teach somebody how to mulligan the proper way, that's why you see a lot of content creators go out there and they practice mulligan, or I need a mulligan guide. Then nobody ever
mhm.
says they need a play guide. They say they need a mulligan guide, right?
That's the only Lorcana content I have ever paid money for was a mulligan guide.
Yeah.
They're
No
helpful.
shame. I had that
No,
downloaded. I was reading it on the plane. I forget which
Well,
one of which
which
DLC it was
DLC?
for.
I played. Everybody knows I played Emerald Steel Chronicon for a long time, right? It wasn't until I figured out how to mulligan that deck that I was able to push it to the top, right? It was like, okay, there's your combo, right? And how do you mulligan for your combo, right? And before I would get in aggro mode and I go, I'm not really an aggro deck, I'm a combo deck, And when I finally told myself that, because I was playing aggro with the Chromicon to back it up, but then I realized your combo deck. You got to find your pieces. And so then I started
Mhm.
swiping in like Bobby Zamersky's and stuff to help me find my pieces, thing like that. Yeah, it doesn't quest for 2 lore, but he helps me get my combo right. And
Oh
I
yeah.
could keep it. So, yeah. So,
Something I used to
yes.
do, I used to make Toby do with me is when we would play test before we would actually play games, I would sit there, shuffle, and deal 7, and we would mulligan, and then we would
Yeah.
Mhm.
go we would deal another 7 just because I I know about myself that I'm very bad at mulligans. I get overly ambitious. Well, I used to. Coming from the game that shall not be named, I would think that I could play a one land hand because I didn't want to mulligan.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's very different in Lorcana, as Triple
Yeah.
pointed out, because it is a partial mulligan. But I think now, I actually think I'm overly aggressive when I mulligan, and I think my mulligans lost me my last round in Indy, which is now making me realize how badly I need to go practice mulligans again before I start,
Yeah.
really playing.
Triple makes another good comment. Hey, Triple, I don't know where you've been for our 50 episodes, but please come back. I appreciate the comments. Not that I don't
Yeah,
appreciate
I
anybody
agree.
else, because Rue and them have been here since the beginning. But like, I was thinking about that when you were talking about altering. Like, there's several programs, pieces of software on the internet where you can go practice mulligan by yourself, right? But I always get frustrated with them because I'm like, okay, well, was this right or not? I don't know. How do you know? Well, you sit down. If you had a way to play a few rounds of it, a few turns, then maybe you could figure out. But that's that's the trick with that, with the software. Yeah, I can swap my cards out and see what I get, but I don't know that it's right, So it's all
But
math,
also,
all math.
I think that there's also an element of that like you don't want to be too results oriented, because you could mulligan perfectly and then draw into all of your high drop uninkables. And it doesn't mean your mulligan was bad.
True.
Like, there is a certain like RNG factor when you're playing TCGs.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah. There's only so much you can do, right? You play your numbers. So, yeah,
I agree. That is the best part of the game, is that there's some amount of luck involved. I just
yeah.
think that means you can't be too hard on yourself when it comes to looking back on things, because there is some amount of, Sam, you missed me making fun of your fiance. I referred to him as Mrs. Sam
Playing Buzz's arm.
because I thought you
Process,
were the one playing Buzz's arm.
process greater than outcome all day. There you go. All right, yep.
Yes, exactly.
So, all right. So,
And if you're from Philly like me, you have to trust the process. Full circle moment. All right, what's up, Kelsey? I'll stop cutting you off now.
oh no, I'm good, man. Hey, you finally, it took you 50 episodes to learn how to talk over me, so I'm letting you do
See,
it.
this is what you get. I'm going to show up 5 minutes late, but I'm not going to shut up.
I've enjoyed it. I mean, people get tired of hearing me, so but I just move it
Pumpkin
along for
spice
you.
came back at Starbucks today, so I had my
Jeez, so now
first
she's hyped up.
dirty chai of
Oh
the
Lord,
season.
have mercy.
And it reminded me that 2 years ago, Starbucks released it on the 25th. And I know that because we were on the way to Toronto and I made Toby go to the Starbucks inside of a Target to get me a chai latte with pumpkin cold foam on it. And then he proposed that night.
Oh, okay.
So I've always
Toronto.
now I associate pumpkin with proposal.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
there you go.
Wow.
That's
I get my own fan club now,
By the way-
Rue. This is so exciting.
Wow.
By the way, hold on. If you guys want to know Sabrina's story, go all the way back to episode 3.
We don't need more clicks on that one.
No.
My
That's
episode doesn't have
Toby's.
enough clicks.
Toby's is the one that has the most clicks.
Yes.
Go
Okay,
back to episode 3.
Yeah,
So
Mr.
episode
Popular.
3. So by the way, Clone was on episode 2, right? He's in our chat here. He was I gave it away there. So now everybody's got a face for you, Clone. So he was on episode 2, right? Episode 3 was Sabrina. I don't even know what I did episode 4.
What is going on with your sound?
Me? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me in chat?
Bro, was it my end?
It might have
He
been
sounded like an alien
Oh.
abduction in progress.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. That was my computer.
Sabrina, you've been drinking too much pumpkin spice latte is
Yeah,
what it is. So then episode 5 was the very first episode that Sabrina came on as a host. So those are my milestone episodes. Those are the ones I remember. 3, 5.
Oh, I'm not sure which one I came
then-
on.
Yeah, I don't remember,
What
Jake,
number it
to be
was.
honest. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So,
That's okay. I should have looked that one up.
I think I remember 23 was the first one I didn't
Yo.
upload.
We have 140 followers.
We met a follower goal.
Whoa, how'd that happen?
I don't know.
Thanks,
I think
guys.
someone unfollowed. I think someone followed again. And then it says we have 138 over
my
here.
happy
Gosh.
dance, right? So.
Woo!
All right. So back to this weekend, right? All right. So we talked about aggro, right? What else we got? Somebody,
there's the
hey, if you guys
song
give us a
variant,
prize,
right?
give us one. What's that?
I mean,
The
I'm gonna
song
play a
variant?
songs variant. I always play songs variants.
Oh,
So
of the
Oh,
emerald
yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah, there is.
So
Amber
yes, there's
Steel.
like
I'm
a
not gonna play
circle
that.
of life and under the sea, a
So
cood.
you asked me what you talked about earlier, what's the bad guy deck? To me, the bad guy deck has always been Amber Steel. To me, personally. I hate
Kelsey,
it.
I'm
I hate
right
it.
here.
I hate it. I like you, but I hate Amber Steel. So
I just knew she was gonna play it.
nice.
If it's a
I mean,
viable deck, I'm probably gonna play it.
I think it's a really good option. My favorite thing is that there are so many options. With those three we just mentioned, I mean, Buzz's Arm being a little bit of maybe more of an outlier, but still a really good contender. I think
If it
there's probably maybe 4 or 5 other decks that really could be out there
if a
besides those
deck like
three we just mentioned.
if a deck like Buzz's Arm, ends up winning something and everybody starts playing it because there's a bunch of lemmings and TCGs that are just I will just time for
I'll
me to
eat
take a
it up.
break from playing the game online when that
Oh
happens.
no.
I just I just don't want to
Really?
deal with that all the time. So
Oh, I could
yeah.
play around it.
Triple B mentions Ruby Amethyst is still good. That reminds me that Ruby Amethyst was the first really big bad in Lorcana.
Yeah.
Look, hold on. Let me interrupt real quick. Rue, you're right. They did Blurple Raw in this rotation, but it deserved it.
Oof.
Okay, let's go.
It was
I
for
got
being on
tired of
top
it.
so long.
I got tired of
I
it getting
actually
good
want-
cards every
for a
set.
minute.
I would actually
Sorry.
like you to elaborate on this, Kelsey.
What's
You were
that?
very passionate about that statement that they did Blurple
So,
wrong, but they deserved it.
well,
I
no,
would
we
like
did it
an
on the show,
explanation.
right? Every time we reviewed the cards for the sets, it was like, oh, great. Another great purple card to play.
Yep.
They go in Blurple, another way to draw cards, another way to, I just was so. And then rotation comes, Fable comes out, and they bring back Hades. And I'm like, yep, just, yeah.
Blurple was OP after first rotation, and it only got worse after 2 sets.
Yep.
People are trying to
Bring
back
back
Friends on the other side with what's that
I
one?
love that card.
Colors
I
of the
was
Wind,
so
I think?
disappointed that card didn't come back. That card to me was like, remember we had the episode where we talked about what cards, we were talking about rotation and what we thought should stay or go, right?
Yeah.
And we picked the cards that we thought best represented the flavor and the intention of each color, right? And Friends from the Other Side was what I had picked for Amethyst. And I'm so disappointed they didn't bring that card back, because it was like, that to me was what purple was all about.
That was one of the cards that I felt like, so I feel like if you look at chapter 1, there are some very notable cards, right? Like in my head, like purple has Friends on the Other Side, red had Be Prepared, etc., etc. Friends on the Other Side was one of the ones that I didn't feel like was wildly overpowered. Like I feel like they could have reprinted that and it would have been fine.
Well, that's why I thought it because remember we talked about cards and we didn't want overpowered cards that represent the colors, right? Because we want what was really the flavor of that color, right? And to me, that was it for that card. I think we picked B Prep for red because I felt that was its identity. I felt.
I feel like if you didn't play when Be Prepped was legal in core, and somebody showed you that card now, you'd be like, how did that card ever exist?
Well, I know, right? It's because we have Rage's Storm now. It costs 1 less and you can sing it. So,
Yeah, that's wild.
You could sing Be Prepped.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we were saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Be Prep
gosh.
costs 1 less, and you can sing it.
I thought he was talking about the other one, and I was like, you can't sing the other one, and it's more expensive. Oh my gosh. My brain is not firing on all cylinders.
Modern day player who would be like, "Oh,
man.
This Raging Storm is so good."
We're gonna be like 80 and be like, back in my day.
Yeah, that's what Bucky is,
this
right?
was the card.
Yeah, back in my day.
Only the OGs remember Bucky. Right. So yeah. All right. So we got also Emerald Steel, which I think is a very strong candidate. to win. I don't think it will, but I think I wouldn't surprise me if it was in top table. So, I yeah, I know it should win, at least in my book, but I'm not sure it will. But so,
What do you
and
think
that would
should
be
win?
what's that?
What do you think should win?
Something with the retro device.
Yeah,
That's valid.
that definitely makes sense. I think a
Yep.
lot more people are going to be playing that.
That
It's
card's
pretty good.
pretty good card.
It's a pretty
And
new card.
there's a
It's
lot of
just printed, so
versions.
it's gonna be around
Well, there's
for
a lot of
while.
versions of that deck, right? There's I personally think I won't say too much, but I personally think there's a version of it that's really good. You know, I just don't want to give away too much because of a friend playing the deck. So, you know, but
It's my favorite color combo.
so I just think it's a good card. I think that retro device is a very, very good power card. It's my new Chromicon personally. You know, I
Okay.
felt like the Emerald Chromicon was probably the most. I know it's a hot take, but I've been saying it for a long time. Was the most powerful card in the game. The problem was it could be easily answered, but if you couldn't answer it, hey, you weren't going to lose with it if you had the right deck around it.
Mhm.
But it's just.
People
So,
weren't probably
you know,
checking against it as well too for items. They weren't running that one
yeah,
item removal card or something
purple
like that.
steel was always the big problem if they had Binja.
Yeah.
You know, and that was it. Like the great thing about that card was it didn't care what deck it played against if you build it the right way. I feel like retro device is the same way, right? If you build it the right way, you don't care what deck you play against. You're going to have answers and be able to do what you want to do if that card can stick. So
that is too good.
Just how I feel.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely get some reps against that one because I feel like that's gonna be a deck that a lot of people are gonna be bringing to set champs as well too, especially after this weekend too, and people are gonna be playing what they're gonna be playing.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Like, you know, don't worry about spelling my name right, Trip. I lived my whole life with people not spelling it right, so we're good. But I think that this set champs is as wide open as set champs as I can remember. Right?
I love that. Like that is so
Yeah.
exciting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
good.
tough.
It means you just go and you play. It's so before I'd sit there and I'd run through my head, okay, this person's going to show up and they're playing this, and this person's showing up and they're playing this. And then I go, and the majority of the people are probably going to be playing. At one point, I pretty much knew half of the decks I would see would be dogs decks, which was why I was like, you force me to account for this deck. I'd rather not have to worry about accounting for a deck. I'd rather just would like to go in there, and if I see that deck, that's fine. But I don't want to have to change my deck just because I know half the people are going to be playing it, right? That's an unhealthy meta to me. And I think we're in a good, healthy spot right now.
So I agree.
I was going to say this earlier, but you kind of segued me into it. I find the way that we, as a Lorcana community, talk about what a healthy versus unhealthy meta is to be so annoying, because I feel like when we get a meta that is very tight and there's like 2 decks, people complain. When we get a wide open meta, people complain. And it's like, I don't know what you want. Like, is there like you want there to be 4 viable decks, and if there's more, it's bad. If there's less, it's bad. Like, I find the conversations around meta health to be exhausting. I don't know if I'm alone in that.
Well, you know, if you're going to have people be excited about the game, hey, see my bunny ears? Can you see them? Healthy. There we go. Healthy meta is very important because you don't want, if it's just 1 to 2 decks winning, then at set champs and at all these tournaments, you're just going to see 1 to 2 decks. People singles for those decks are going to go through the roof. Nobody else is going to play. It stifles innovation, you know, because people are like, why bother? That's what Bucky did, right? Bucky got to the point that people were like, why bother? And that's when they said, oh, we better do something. You know, I know people who quit the game because of Bucky. I'm serious. In our locals, they just said, if this is the way this game's going to be, because remember, it's the third set when that happened. If this is the way this game's going to be, I'm done. 4 sets when Diablo came out, but Bucky was already aggravating people before then. It just got pushed over the top at that point. So you want fun play, and fun play is dependent on a healthy meta if you're playing competitive. Now, if you're just playing the game casual, that's different. So, yep.
Bucky didn't have to do it. Yeah, I mean, like, accurate.
That's the
Ward
best kind of
2.
card.
That's the Willow thing too. Is Bucky, or people just don't do anything and just use that as more of a ramp device and don't quest with it, or
Yeah.
even when they can,
Yeah.
they can don't even have
Yeah.
anything to worry about. They're just like, don't want to lose it though.
I have never felt like Willow was as big of a problem as other people.
Well, Willow could get hit by fire cannons. So,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
can
whatever.
have
Willow
answers
is
to that. You just have to
very
run them.
vulnerable.
Very.
Yeah.
Which it's
So-
just your ramp piece at that point, which doesn't really matter if they take it out, if you can get to maybe your 4 or whatever like that quicker.
Here's what I'm thinking is going to happen this weekend. I think that a ward deck is going to win it.
I can see it.
Really?
Yes. And I believe that after that, so many people are going to be playing Ward that people are going to be fussing about Ward again. So, because it's right there on the edge. It's right there on the edge. Somebody will crack it, and one version, and I'm not saying it's this version, but there's the version out there with the Shift Mickey, right? They get the quick lore, and then they go into control mode with the Ward characters from that point.
Yeah,
So,
I've seen that. Yeah, and you could also run that
yeah.
Prince Philip that gives your heroes Ward too,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
So
it's really good.
So that's what I think will probably win. So
I could definitely see that, because Ward in general seems to be good in this meta, whether you're playing against the Buzz's Arm deck, which needs to challenge or choose all of your things, and then a lot of steal as well too. People are running the strength and he hurled his Thunderbolt, so I feel like that could be really good against that too. And if you're talking about the deck that you were thinking is going to be really good, that Retro Evolution device, you're playing things like the Milo, where you have to choose specific characters as well to return to your hand, or you're running the Chernabog, where you have to choose a character as well too. Those are all things that can't be touched as well too.
Yeah, I think Ward's in a good spot right now.
Yeah,
really good spot, especially if you can get some type of early game to hold back aggro just for a little bit, right? Until you get established. So, and it's not impossible. So you get ahead of them, because like with the Shift Mickey, you actually can get in front of aggro, and then most of the Ward characters quest for 2 after that. So
yeah, if they can't deal with it, they make you 2 turns in a row, which if they're playing an aggro deck, they most likely can't. You're at 10 just from that.
Yeah.
They can't race that.
I'm not saying that's the deck that's going to win.
No, definitely not. But I mean,
Ward,
those are good color combos to have the Ward too, I feel too.
I called the last DLC. Well, the one in Indy. Was it Indy? I said that something with items was going to win. And it did. So
that was a fun one.
Red, blue items. So anyways.
Indian.
I feel like that was less of a hot take, though, to say that red, blue items was going to win an Infinity DLC.
Well, no. It was.
No, because there were 2 different versions of that too.
No, I didn't say red, blue items. I meant red, blue action.
Actions, yes, sorry.
Red, blue actions.
Oh, okay.
Red, blue actions.
Which is more of a hot take, I think, than compared to the items.
Yeah.
The broad deck.
I called that. I called it, right? So it's like, that's what should win, but it's just in the hands of a good deck. That's why I think Ward, there are a lot of good players. This is the North American Championship. So I'm going to tell you that the quality of the players in that event is going to be higher than the quality of players in any other DLC, right? And so there's some smart fellas and smart ladies in there. Somebody, if you can't interact with somebody's characters, that's dangerous. That's because this game banks on character interaction. So if you upset that, you upset the plans of almost every deck but aggro with Ward. So
yeah, aggro just doesn't care.
Right. Which is why if Ward has the answer for it, bam, bam, under the sea. Then they just go about their way. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What do you guys in chat think? Now we talked about some decks, right? I want to see. I want to go ahead and drop your prediction in here, and if anybody gets it right, the first person who puts it in here. So you gotta be fast, right? I got an Elsa playmat for you. That's full.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna snapshot my chat here, and I'm gonna write whoever put it in first. So if two people picked a deck, the first one to put it in the chat is the one that's gonna win.
Wow, so that's a good
triple
prize.
B with Ruby Amethyst.
So yeah, we got Ruby Amethyst.
Right.
I think
that's
Ruby
your first choice. You only get one pick. Don't be going through the list and say I said this, and you have put 9 choices in there, so that doesn't work.
Amber Amethyst. I mean, so I think that's
Buzz's arm.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
I think Amber Amethyst is a good choice, Rue.
I was gonna say, yeah, Amber Amethyst. It seems like it's just the most control mid range, just like
yellow green aggro. There we go.
Deck to play. I'm playing yellow green aggro, and I think that is a really good deck. And I think
all right, hold on.
If people are playing some of these decks,
screenshot my choices right now. Let's see. We'll start with triple. He was the first one. So we got 4 people in there, right? All right. All right.
Come on, chat. There are 19 of you. I want more guesses.
And there are so many decks in the meta right now.
The folks in chat are like, what podcast are we on? How do we get here?
What decks are there in right now?
All right.
I think, Ruby Amethyst in general has so many answers, I think, for certain decks. It's the deck that can just answer certain things in aggro and other decks, and then just have the stuff to quest afterwards. But like they have the Sisu, which is really good against aggro, and they have that red alert as well too. Super good. Just playing that when you drop an Eleanor just feels really, really bad. So that could be something that's good as well. And then they have the Peter Pan, which can shift into make everything evasive to get that little bump at the end.
I think
it could be up there.
Red yellow boosties is pretty good too, because they outside of the items deck, which has its little draw engine, I think that Webby's Diary is probably the best draw engine in the game right now. So.
Nothing is scarier than an evasive Scrooge McDuck. I don't disagree, unless you're playing.
It's like a 10-10.
Scrooge McDuck that your opponent is actually utilizing is the scariest card on the board to me.
Which one? Which Scrooge McDuck?
Which one?
The red one?
The one that you boost. Yeah, the red one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's so many good Scrooge McDucks out there right now. It's,
Oh, no, I meant the boost one. That boost one is like terrifying.
Yeah.
But I played an opponent a couple weeks ago who just wasn't doing anything with it. So I was like, if he's just gonna let it sit there at a 3/3, I don't care.
Was he playing with yellow? Were they playing with yellow and red?
I think so.
So let me tell you something about that card, right? So that card is really part of your draw engine, not your board control. That's the way I look at it in that deck, right? It is the best way, but it has a problem. With World's Greatest Criminal Mind and Gaston, you can only boost it once. The second time you boost it, it's in danger territory.
Yep.
It's going to hit the road. So, and folks know it's part of a draw engine, so they're just going pop, it's gone, So
that's a really good thought by Sam as well too. Just keeping it on 4 to deal with something.
Oh,
to get value
I use it all the time.
Keeping it out of a Gaston or World's Greatest Criminal Mind range is pretty.
I will boost my Flynn, the one that whenever you put a card under it, it costs 1, right? The three drop 4/4, and then when you put the card under it, it can it has an ability to basically let you quest with him, even though he has Reckless. So I'll just boost that card over and over again rather than power my Scrooge up, if I have to. To draw a card.
I do love playing that boost deck. It's really good. I think it is, but I think it could just be really slow as well too in certain instances, depending on what deck you're playing against. So that's why I feel like it might not be as.
It can be.
Yeah, it depends. I guess.
So what do you mean by slow? Do you mean slow in gaining lore or slow in keeping up with an aggro deck?
Slow and probably keeping up with an aggro deck, just because I feel like they have to dedicate the turn to playing your. Well, I feel like that could be the same thing with the retro evolution device, but you're getting so much more value off of that compared to the Webby's Diary.
Well, I think if you have red alert, if you have Red Alert in your deck, then
Mhm.
you're pretty good against aggro, right?
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I play the boost deck quite a bit online, and I have found that like I really like putting Randall Boggs in there and dropping him on
Yeah.
turn 2 instead of Scrooge, because
Mhm.
that deck will walk the line and it will turn the mana sideways every turn. And if it doesn't, then it has boost to go ahead and finish off the mana, so that Randall is just like a 3/1 evasive. Now, Eleanor is a problem for
Yeah,
him.
that's
Don't
the
get me
only thing.
wrong,
Yeah.
but that's what Red Alert's for. So,
Yeah, true. You just get
but
that before you're able to. I mean, you still get the value.
I
Hopefully, off
I
of
know
Eleanor.
I
But
know it loses to
yeah.
Explorer Mickey. I know.
Oh
I
yeah.
know. I
All right,
know.
we all just play Explorer Mickey now.
I know. I told you that card was. Told you that card's a good card. So, yep.
Yeah, that is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's gonna be really fun for set champs to see what we're gonna be playing against.
Yep.
This
By the
weekend
way,
is very
Clone,
important.
if I would have not used my Red Alert against your character before and held it like I know I should have, I'd have been okay against you. By the way, he whipped me Sunday. So
Oh no.
I was like, as soon as he dropped that Mickey on the board, I was like, man, I wish I wouldn't have used Red Alert. I knew I should have held on to it. But I was just like, I'll go ahead and play it. I'll get another one. Yeah.
And they didn't.
Yeah. Things I don't do in competitive play is play my Red Alert just for the sake of playing it.
Just for the heck of it.
So, yeah. Okay. All right. So, before we end the night, which we still have a few more minutes, I'm going to go back. So, in the past, one of the things that I really liked about this show was the little game at the end where we get to pull up the cards without their rules text and see if our guest, which I don't have any tonight, I just have my co-host, could guess what the card
Sabrina's
is.
so bad at this game.
So we're bringing our game back. Now I'm doing it retro style. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up the screen. So for those of you who don't know, this is the way we do this, right? Let me go ahead and get it up here. So there's a card without rules text. Where'd this come from? Right? Well, I've told the story once, told 1,000 times.
I knew it was going to be this card.
Hold on. Don't answer it yet. Don't be looking it up either.
I'm not.
So, no,
Let's hear it, perhaps.
don't look at chat. You guys can't look at chat. Chat can talk, but my
I already
co-hosts are not
looked.
allowed to look at chat. All right? Don't
Too
look at
late.
chat. So, all right. So, essentially, this is inspired by me having to play a game of Pack Rush without my glasses. And I thought I knew the cards, but when you don't have your glasses and you're just looking at the pictures and you can't read the text, you find out you don't know the cards as well as you think you do. So I would challenge anybody on that. All right, so here we go. The first one is for Sabrina only. Because, Sabrina, this was the card that you had on the episode that you showed up on.
Oh my gosh.
And you got it wrong then. So I'm going to see if all these episodes you have figured out what this card does yet. Sabrina, what does Ring the Bell do?
I'm cheating.
Oh, man.
I saw the chat.
All right, well, would you have known? Probably not.
Would you have
Heck
known?
no. Not even a little bit.
No way. That's crazy.
By the way,
I can barely tell you what the cards in a deck I'm actually playing do. Have you ever listened to Toby tell me how I need to read my cards?
That's hilarious.
All right. Well, chat kind of gave it away to you. Okay. But you guys aren't allowed to look at chat anymore. Okay.
That's fair, Rube. That's fair.
I have 3 more cards. All right.
Even though I missed
All
y'all.
right. I'm not looking at chat anymore.
All right. So wait, I will have a question before this.
So you got this one right.
Wait, what did you think the card said? Just banish character?
I don't think I had.
No. Kelsey, when he didn't have his glasses on.
Oh,
me? Well, no, it wasn't this card. It was another card.
Oh, okay.
It was some other
the
card.
Whole game was designed for
some obscure card that
this is your favorite card. How would you?
Your characters get Challenger +1, and
you sealed them, or I'm assuming, or something.
You get a card from you, just something crazy. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a new set. It might have even been an old set. So, which is what was frustrating because I thought I knew it by the picture. And I remember holding it up to my friend saying, what does this card do? I had to show him what I had in my hand. What does this do again? Because I couldn't read it. All right. Okay, here we go. Next card. I have 3 more cards, by the way. All right.
Cool.
Bring it.
All right. Great Mouse Detective. All right. Here we go. By the way, the answer to the trivia question is this is my favorite card in the game. For those who don't know, ring the bell.
I knew that.
You would think that my favorite card is this next card. Now, this is for Jake. Jake, I want the exact, or as close as you can, the exact wording on this card from you.
Gosh. All right. When an opposing character banishes, or when an opposing character banishes a character in a challenge, your character in a challenge, you
I love
may
this.
you may return chosen character to its player's hand.
You're pretty close.
Yeah,
Pretty
there
close.
was definitely some
But-
specific wording. I
but
was
you're
trying
wrong.
to get it.
But you're wrong because the way you worded it, you know, is incorrect.
What is it specifically?
It's during an opponent's turn.
Okay, yes.
Whenever
okay,
one
there
of
we
your
go.
characters is banished.
Fair.
So
Yes,
it's
okay,
not
so
in a
not
challenge.
You are
It's
correct.
only on their turn. You may return chosen character to their player's hand. So
Damn,
this is my favorite card to play with.
this is your favorite,
But-
yeah.
Ring the Bell is my favorite because I like playing with it and the artwork on it. I love the artwork. So,
Very solid.
but
Ooh, that's tough. Not being able to
this
see
card
that
is
really tough.
my card. This is my card. This card
You have
brings
full
warm fuzzy
decks built
feelings to me.
around this, yeah.
I spit the whole meta from the time last rotation playing something with this in it. So, you know, I even gave up my bread and butter to try something new on the last chance, and I got clobbered.
But you had to hold out. Until it
I went
rotated.
out with it.
Yep,
So-
absolutely.
All right, next card. This one's for Sabrina only.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry.
I'm so
No,
scared.
no. Yeah, you'll like this one. There's only one answer to this, by the way. Sabrina, what does Toby do?
Nothing.
I think I have like a bunch of them around me.
Oh, this Toby.
Yes.
What does Toby do?
I,
That's hilarious. We had
I'm
Toby
sorry.
go around and sign these for like
yeah,
or,
nothing.
like,
I'm
I was right.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
or
For
we had
those of you who
all of
don't
us sign them
know,
for him.
for those of you who don't know, Sabrina's fiance's name is Toby. This is I had to
That's
bait
what
you
It's
for
a
that.
Toby
one.
trap.
does
It was a
nothing.
trap.
It's a trap. I'm sorry. I had a moment with this. I picked cards that were near and dear to me. This card is actually near and dear to me now. You know, so
I love this
I
card.
agree.
yes. So
Love
all
it.
right, last card, and I want. Let's see who can get it. I don't even know if Sabrina can
Yeah,
get
let's
it.
see if someone can get it first.
Don't even know if I can get it.
I'm probably not gonna get it either.
Probably not, but the way he said that makes me think it should be me.
Might be an
I'm
easy
gonna
one
let you
for
guys see it.
It's
Oh,
like, what is
I do know what this card.
Okay.
Oh my god, I should know what this card says.
I put you on the spot, Sabrina. You've been put on the spot.
Uh, It
By the
questions
way,
for-
there's only one of these in existence, folks.
I don't.
One of one.
It quests for 2.
Does it?
Does it?
No, that makes sense, I guess.
Does
no,
it?
it's an
It's
action.
not even
It
a
doesn't
character.
Quest. It's an action.
An action.
I have no idea what this card does. I only remember
so
the
if it's-
flavor text. I was gonna
Wait,
say
I
the
could
flavor-
probably get it
oh,
better
no.
than her.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say the flavor text. I don't know. That's sad.
This is
Even
this
if
is
Toby
great.
Don't ever watch this episode.
Oh
Damn.
man.
Actions can't quest Sabrina.
So for those who don't know, do you want to tell the story? Or you want me to tell it, Sabrina? It's your story.
You can tell it. It's the anniversary, so you can tell it. I'll let you tell
Yeah.
it.
So
Oh my gosh, yes, it
on
is.
the way to Toronto, Toby and Sabrina became engaged, and the short story is that he had a pack of Lorcana cards that had this card in it, and this was how he proposed. So I think it's kind of cool. Anyways, here's what the card does. There you go. Ask your significant other, will you marry me? If they say yes, you both quest together to win the game. If they say no,
I
you
knew
lose the
that.
game.
I forgot to lose the game
in
part.
all
That seems a little
fairness,
intense.
in all fairness, I doubt you ever read the card because you were just, if you're proposed
So
to,
overwhelmed with emotion.
you just got
Well,
engaged. It's like,
actually,
so.
funny. I have read the card, and there's actually funny story about this.
Oh yeah.
He had this card custom made, obviously, and when it came in, he showed it to a few different people. And one of our friends pointed out that significant is spelled wrong.
Oh, it is.
Significant.
Yep. Yep.
He got it reprinted so that it was spelled correctly, but the replacement didn't come in on time. And I have always joked that that was in true Lorcana fashion, that there was a misprint on the card that he used.
You got the
Oh,
misprinted
yeah.
version.
Perfect for set 1 and 2, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
so
That's
we
too
have
good.
both now. We have this version, and then I also have one with the
Nice.
corrected spelling.
That's awesome. So,
And there are
well,
probably 50 people that have random pictures of my engagement card because I have one of those deck boxes that has like the slot in the front.
oh yeah, you keep
It's
it
a
there?
green one, and I
Yeah.
keep that in it. And people will randomly, Jake, you've probably seen it. They will randomly be like, "Oh my god, that's so cool! Can I take a picture?" I'm like,
Mhm.
"Sure."
Yeah.
So there's a lot
Well,
of people that just randomly have a picture of my card.
so this card, while it's definitely more important to Sabrina than me, um, has a special place in my heart too. Simply because it's that episode that Sabrina came on and we got to share her story. And by the way, everybody should go back and see that. It's why I did this podcast to begin with. In fact, when I first started the podcast, I was like, what do I want this to be? And it's a podcast for the community, about the community. And when I saw, a mutual friend post something on Facebook about, the tragedy that had happened in Toby and Sabrina's life. And I met Sabrina. We sat across from each other as players in Atlanta. And I saw her at DLCs after that as a judge, just would say hi, just a casual. We didn't have deep conversations, just how you doing type thing. Right. Then when that happened, I was like, it was like, I reached out to her. I was like, if I can't have a show with her to be able to tell her story, then I should not even be doing this show. And so episode 3 is my favorite episode. It always will be.
It was a good episode.
Brought us
I was
all
scared to
together.
do that episode.
So yeah. And
Yeah, it's probably a lot, but
and the great thing about it was after I got done with that, I was like she and we had a good rapport on there, and I was like, she maybe she'll co-host, right? And I threw the idea out to her. It took a little bit of time to come around to it, but she did, and so
It
here
didn't
we
take
are.
that long. I came back like 2 weeks later.
I thought it would have been an instant answer. So
You can thank Wilson from our local game store. He was the one that was like, "Just do it. What do you have to lose? Just do it. Just give it a try. Just do it." And I was
yeah,
like, "Fine,
it's fun.
Wilson."
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Wilson. And then Jake came along.
Thank you, Wilson. And I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I want to thank everybody
Yo,
who
Toby is the GOAT.
who came here
Let's go, Matt.
today, celebrate our 50th with us. I didn't think we'd ever make it to 50, not because I doubted anybody. I doubted my own commitment more than anything. I truly love doing this, even though it's hard sometimes, because life happens and, you don't always have time to jump on and do a stream. But it's like, no matter how much I dread, like, oh, I got so much to do. How can I do this? When I lock in, it's like I have so much fun doing it. And I really love this community. Come Tampa, which is the first DLC of the next season, I get to do the thing that I started playing this game for. And that is my daughter gets to go to her first DLC. So both of my
I'm so
daughter's first
excited.
DLC.
That's such an exciting experience.
So it's great. So I want to thank Sabrina first, because I could not have done 50 without you. So thank you.
Well, thank you
And
for bringing me on.
You're welcome. And I'll thank Jake next, because Jake came on. Jake, was like, Jake was the child you weren't planning on having in late life.
For real.
That's so accurate.
So, it was like Jake came along, it was like, surprise, and it's been great.
Hopefully I've contributed some decent stuff to this.
And I want to thank everybody who joined us in chat, and even the folks that may listen to this on YouTube, because if you guys aren't chatting, if you guys aren't watching, I honestly get discouraged. I got discouraged lately to the point that I was like, I'm done after 50, guys. I just felt like
We
that.
talked him out of it. We talked him out of it. Don't panic.
I'm just tired. So with that said, I will say this though. We will be on hiatus for a month, not because we're quitting, but I will be doing some family stuff next week, and then the following 2 weeks I will be in France. I get to go judge the European Nationals, and then the week after that, it'll be the day after I get back, and I doubt I'm going to be in any shape to do a stream. So for the next 4 weeks, we will not have an episode, but our plan is when we come back, we're going to change things up a little bit. And so just come back and see. So 51, it'll be kind of like a new beginning for us. And again, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for following. And 4 weeks, just follow us on social media, right? We got Facebook, Lorcanarama. We post in various spots, that we're having an episode. So don't think we've gone away completely. We're just on hiatus because of traveling and family obligations. So
we'll be back.
So Sabrina, you have anything to say before we go tonight?
I'm excited for the future, not just of the podcast, but for Lorcana, and we'll have a lot to talk about in a month. So be ready.
Yep. Jake?
I just want to say thank you guys for having me and including me on here, but I've had such a great time, and I can't wait for the future.
You're the child we didn't know we needed, Jake.
I know. Hey. But you're happy, though.
Yep. And Rue and Clone, you guys have been guests on here. Thank you for doing that, because you guys got us by in some weeks when, we just needed it. So I appreciate
Rue needs
that.
to come back when I'm here. Rue keeps dodging me, and I think it's kind of rude.
So that's one of the things I'm going to tell you guys. Like in the future, we're going to be set up to where we can have a guest on with the three of us. So right now it's just, we're limited because of my technical expertise, but that's our goal in the next month, is to fix that. So, all right, folks, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you in 4 weeks, 5 weeks, maybe 4 weeks without an episode. Week 5, we'll be back. So peace out, people.
Awesome. See ya.
Good luck at Stat Champs, everyone.
Unless you're playing me.